Well, Professor Peter Chin-Hong is an infectious disease expert at the University of California, and he joins us now from San Francisco. Now, monkeypox cases are already climbing there at rates second only to New York, I understand. How bad is the situation?
Well, it's pretty bleak, David. I think compared to many other outbreaks we've had, and even to COVID, there's a lens of emotion attached to this, a lot of anxiety, and a feeling that we don't have enough of things. So we have a diagnostic test, we have a vaccine, and we have therapeutics, but not enough of them. And I think that's leading to a state of anxiety. People are getting very, very sick now, not a high proportion, but enough that some are in the hospital, and we have to get them therapeutics.
And it's important to point out, isn't it, that this is not confined to the gay community. Anybody can get this disease.
Exactly. The biology is straightforward. We've seen the arc of these outbreaks over the last few decades, and they affect everyone in society. In fact, in 2003, in the last outbreak in the United States, it was pet owners of prairie dogs. So I think given that the two first children were diagnosed in the United States yesterday, there's heightened awareness that stigma isn't very good. Stigma isn't good for emotional distress in the person being stigmatized, but it's also not good because when you stigmatize someone, you don't think of yourself as being susceptible to infection.
Now, monkeypox has been around for many years, of course, so what's prompted its resurgence and why now?
Well, it got amplified and, like the reporter said, amplified in social and sexual networks. And people went from these events to all over the world, and they're still being amplified. In fact, some recent work in the United States shows that pool parties and some clubs and events around Pride weekend gave certain loci for further amplification and spread.
Now, this version of monkeypox is different, I believe, to previous strains. Tell us, if you will, what you're seeing.
So what we're seeing is much more subtle disease in the beginning. The rash occurs primarily in the genital area, as opposed to the dramatic pictures you see in textbooks on the arms, etc. Then it moves to the mouth, face, arms. Not everybody has the flu-like symptoms in the beginning, so that could be missed. And if the rash starts off in a place you can't see, like in your buttock area, you can imagine that people may miss this, may not disclose, and may further continue this chain of transmission.
Professor Peter Chin-Hong, many thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much, Dave.